Hey guys, welcome back to the Hez Project. I'm John Rodolaza, and we're going to be talking about WandaVision Episode 3, now in color. Just a warning for you guys, I'm going to be spoiling this new episode of WandaVision, so if you haven't checked it out, go on ahead. It's on Disney Plus right now. Check it out, then come back to the video. Right out of the gate, I gotta say, this episode wasn't as funny as the first two. You know, I really adored those first two episodes. I watched them like 3 times each. It's just really fun. And then this one, I really like this one too, but I kind of gravitate towards the first two. But in terms of furthering the plot in ways that, you know, a casual fan would appreciate more, I think they're gonna like this episode the most because it tells you the most. So this episode picks up where the last one left off, where we saw Wanda is now pregnant. She was like at least 3-4 months pregnant in that last shot. Now she's up to like 6 months in just a matter of minutes. And it's funny to see what, like, I think they're in the 70s now. Everyone seems to embody the decades very well. Like the costume, hair, and makeup all look amazing in all of these episodes. Sooner or later, Monica Rambeau comes into Wanda's house, and Wanda's trying to hide the fact that she's pregnant because, well, you know, she just saw her friends like a week ago, not even, and she wasn't pregnant, but now she's like 6-7 months pregnant, and she's just increasingly getting more pregnant and big by the minute. So yeah, she starts putting like plants in front of her belly. She had like a bowl of fruit in front of her. You can be nitpicky because, you know, Geraldine is stupid. How does she not know she's pregnant? Does she not see how big and wide Wanda is? In this episode, I think they continue to adopt the sitcom tropes that we all know and love, especially stupidity. Because everyone in sitcoms are stupid, especially, you know, the stupid little things like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? They move 5 feet away and they're talking loud and clear. The other person just doesn't hear them. And now Wanda's putting a plant in front of her belly or a bowl of fruit, and Geraldine just doesn't see that she's visibly bigger and pregnant. It's my least favorite trope, I guess, from sitcoms, but I think it's cool that they had it in here. Before Geraldine came in and Vision left, Vision and Wanda were talking, and Vision sat down with Wanda. He was like, I think something's going on. I think something's wrong. And then it just cuts, like within a matter of 1 second, it just cuts back to Vision standing up, and he says his lines correctly this time. It was very cool, creepy at the same time. I love little subtle things like that in this show, and that's what this show does the best, is the subtle moments. Going back to the house with Geraldine talking to Wanda while she's holding just a plate of fruit right in front of her belly, we see a bird of some sort. I'm really drawing a blank on what that bird is called. It just starts wandering behind the couch where Geraldine is. She doesn't see the bird yet. Wanda looks like she tried to delete it twice. You saw this very thick red smoke just coming up from the ground right where the bird was standing. She tried getting rid of it twice, but it just kept strutting, going through all that smoke. And I got a feeling that bird was controlled by somebody else. Possibly a Mephisto or a Nightmare, or maybe the creepy lady Agnes. Maybe she's up to something. Maybe she is something. Wanda then suddenly goes into labor, and then of course she just has to tell Geraldine because she's there. She's not even like super freaked out that her new friend was not pregnant a couple days ago, but now is giving birth. Yeah, you just gotta, yeah. It's just one of those things, guys. Wanda gives birth to a baby boy, and then right afterwards, Vision rushes into the house with the doctor on his back, give him a piggyback ride. And the doctor's like, it's like we were flying. So you can expect those two to get brainwashed or deleted out of this realm. Vision picks up his son, holds him, and calls him Tommy, which is the name that Wanda wanted to call him, when Vision wanted to call him Billy, but that was nice. And then Wanda starts screaming at Vision, and she has another baby. Yes, Wanda has twins. The twin has twins. And that's awesome. I believe in the comics they're named Wiccan and Speed. Vision takes the doctor back outside. He's like, alright, go back on your vacation. He's like, alright, I'll try to. It's really hard to escape. Vision then sees Agnes whispering to another neighbor on the outside of the house. He goes over to investigate, and they're just talking about Geraldine. She's like, haven't you noticed something strange about Geraldine? She doesn't have a home. Yeah, I guess we never really explored Geraldine as much. Which, you know, we know. Come on, guys, we know. I'm pretty sure we figured it out. So as Wanda is putting down her babies in their crib, she opens up to Geraldine and she says, I'm twin. I had a brother named Pietro. And Geraldine says, yeah, he was killed by Ultron, right? Who told you that? How did you know that? Why did you know that? Who are you? That's essentially what Wanda did. She interrogated her. Vision comes back in after talking with Agnes and the neighbor. He comes back in, and now she's gone. Geraldine is gone. He was like, where's Geraldine? Wanda's like, oh, she had to go home. The aspect ratio changes with the black bars on the side going away and the black bars on the top coming back. And then we cut to outside. It's dark. It looks just like on a field. Force field interruption in midair, and then boom, Geraldine, Monica Rambeau falls out of this force field. Then a bunch of cars roll up. You see a helicopter with a spotlight on her, and then you see a giant field with all these like stadium lights pointing down on this big force field, and it looks like that is the space that is occupying, you know, the reality in which Wanda and Vision are located in at the moment. Yeah, it was just quite a big reveal that we saw at the end there. But yeah, honestly, I think they should have just released all three at once. I know some people who got the early screenings and whatnot, they got the first 3 episodes, whereas the public only got the first 2. Which, hey, the first 2 are not bad by any means. It's just, I think there was enough development in all 3 of these episodes combined to have someone get a good idea of what's going on. I don't want to seem like that guy, but I feel like if you know a little bit about what Wanda is all about in the comics, and if you have an idea of what she's capable of already before the show, you're gonna click and accept some things, whereas the show kind of needs you to stick around for just a little bit. But overall, I'm liking where the show's headed. This episode was pretty bonkers in my opinion, but I have no doubt it's gonna get even weirder as we go along. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this review of episode 3 for WandaVision. Have you seen the new episode? Let me know down below in the comments, and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, be sure to hit that notify bell so you can stay up to date on all of my videos coming here at the Hez Project. Stick around guys, because there is more to come.